Good morning. We are just getting back from paying a few bills this morning. We are finally headed back to the tractor. I'm gonna go ahead and stop by that 70 that I did last night, or finished last night. And we're gonna go ahead and check it out, make sure I did everything correctly, because I was doing it in the dark and I just wanna make sure everything looks okay. Well, it looks like I got everything. Looks good. Keys are in the truck. Alarms. I get it. Okay, we're loaded down. I'm gonna go drop off our fertilizer wagon at the next farm, which is gonna be an 80. And it's a pretty good drive from here, so. It's like 10:30. Close enough. I have no idea. Yeah, that kind of made a mess. I wonder if that is a water line to the irrigation system that used to be here. So Dad did confirm that is an old irrigation line, supply line, which is kind of what I thought it was, because there was irrigation on this farm. They're usually about 3 feet deep. I'm gonna just not even put the strip till bar down until I know I'm over it. I'll just lay the fertilizer on top. It's gonna look like crap, but we gotta come back here with a backhoe and dig that up until we know it's gonna be at least, 2-3 feet deep anyway. We're just about done here on this 50. As soon as we finish these end rows, we're gonna be heading for an 80, about, I don't know, 5-10 mile from here. We gotta get it done because we got a snow moving in tomorrow night, and we've still got a lot of ground to cover. I'm a big fan of the auto steer on the Enduros. Big fan. She's done. On to the next one. While that's loading, I'm going to check row 5 quick. It said that it was plugged. Might just be the sensor, but we're going to see if she's got anything up there. I would say no. Seems good. All right, we made it down to where we want to start on the farm. Now I just got to find a row, or what row I need to start on. So I'm going to count, because I can't see. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2. I need to be here. Okay. Now we need to set up our auto steer. Set up field name. More 80. Yep, this is all the same. Next, okay. It's got AB curve more. I imagine it's a straight track. Okay, he has got a billion of these. Huffnagel. More 80, South 17. Southeast West. Good Lord, I don't know which one this is. Strat. You missed the I. We'll try this one. No. Okay, we found the track. It is the one that is named after a different farm. So that's confusing. We'll have to rename that and delete all the other ones, but that looks correct. Let's try her out. Well, it was dead on. It seems to be getting off just a touch, but the RTK is a lot more accurate, so it may just be that is what's going on. Or I'm just off. No, I'm on the right track. We're good. So we've got these rows kind of coming into the other rows. That's my end of the 32. I've got 32 end rows over here, and then I'm doing my straightaways first, so I'm not running over my strips if I do the end rows first. So I have to find that 32nd row and then come 4 rows in so that my 8-row bar is right on track. And in dark, it's a lot worse, but luckily we have some daylight. It's actually pretty nice out. You wouldn't think that in a couple hours here it's gonna be snowing. I've got everything in the wagon that I need to finish this 80. So this is probably where I will sit until it is done. It's only 4:30 right now, actually. I thought it was later than that, but it's really not that bad. But this will probably take us every bit of 8 hours. I can do about 10 acres per hour with this little 8-row, but these are really long passes with hardly any turning. I might be able to get 12 acres an hour. Well, we have finally finished that 80. It is extremely late, and it is time for bed. Hasn't snowed yet though, thankfully. I'm gonna go to bed, probably wake up with snow on the ground. We'll see what we can do in the morning. That might shut down the strip till bar, possibly the anhydrous bar, depending on how sticky it is. But we might be able to run a ripper still. We'll just see how much snow we get. Tractor and strip tow bar are in the shed. Bring on the snow, I guess. Not that we really want it, but it looks like it's coming anyway. This is what we've got going on today. It is cold, that's for sure. About 20 degrees, wind blowing. Nothing wants to work right. Trying to fuel the 8270 here, and the nozzle was broke for the diesel, or froze shut anyway. So I had to use a screwdriver to kind of pry up in there and make sure it didn't turn off. We are headed to our last field of corn acres. We're gonna get that stripped, and then it should be a lot smoother sailing because we're gonna be stripping for the beans next year, and it's half the rate, so I can run a lot longer without filling. I don't know for certain whether I'll be able to run or not yet. The ground might be a little too froze, but we'll find out when we get there. It's a lot more snow up here than I thought would be. This is the farm that I'm renting. It's quite a bit further from the homestead. We had seen that it didn't get the snow that we did back home a few days ago, and so we thought we might be able to run today. But it's snowing now, and it's really windy up here and starting to accumulate on the ground, so we'll just see if it'll run. We ended up borrowing a second cart. That way we could hold all the fertilizer for this farm. Each field is about 112 to 115 acres. And so we knew we weren't gonna be able to hold it all just on one wagon. So we ended up borrowing one from the neighbor that he's not using at the moment, so that we can try and get it all finished in one fell swoop here. Well, now that I am totally frozen to the core, let's see if this strip till bar is gonna run. Anybody out there deer hunting that hasn't seen one yet, just come ride with me. I see them all day out in the field. Let's get out and take a look at these berms. It's very cold. It's definitely chunky. It's not doing an amazing job, but it's running. He's at least got to run back over these with the ammonia bar, so it'll break some of that stuff up on a second pass, but it's a little chunkier than I like. Apparently it's not too cold out for the sky rats. We got a full-blown blizzard going on. Let's hope it dies off before I gotta refill again. Well, it is way too cold. The ground is freezing. We got upper 40s next week. I'm just shutting it down, and I'm gonna wait until next week.